Backpacks fall in the third layer of my gear, and that is the thing that I put on my back to get all the gear that I need for a certain mission. Now, if you have been following the channel, you know that I have already different videos online about my gear. This video fits right into that playlist. Those videos that you can find on my channel, you can also find them in the description of this video, and they are a little bit more structurized so you can easily find the thing you're looking for. Most of the backpacks that I'm going to show you are already in a video itself, and in that video I go a little bit deeper in the backpack itself, the brand, why I chose this type of backpack, why I chose that brand of backpack, and in the video of today we're gonna go over the types of backpacks and which I'm gonna take and why I have different ones. For me, my backpack is an extension of the gear that I already wear. Like, I have my first layer, second layer, and this will be my third layer. Like, the first layer is my clothing, second layer is my battle belt and my chest rig, and the third layer is my backpack. Now, the most layers, I don't change them a lot, but the backpack changes depending on the mission. And I have 4 different options to choose from depending on the mission that I'm going to. And there's also a 5th option, but I don't have any experience with that, but I'm gonna keep it in the list. I'm gonna show you what it is, but know that I don't have personal experience with that. But I know a lot of people use it to go to bigger events. The first thing is no backpack at all. Yes, it's also an option to not carry a backpack. The second thing is a small backpack. The third thing is a medium backpack. Then we have the large backpack. And then the 5th thing that I don't have any experience with, that is the extra large backpack. And now let's go over all those different types a little bit more in detail. Now, it's important to know that you don't need all the backpacks that I have. You can do with a lot less if you don't do the things that I do. But if you do the things that I do, it might be interesting to look for different backpacks depending on the mission. I started off with one backpack to go to Burgit, and I did the whole Burgit with that one backpack, and it suited me very well. I'm still using that backpack today, and I'm going to show it today. The choice of a backpack is depending on what mission that I'm going to do, how long the mission is, what weather it is, and what I need to bring for that mission. All those choices that I need to make will determine which backpack that I will take for that certain mission. First up, no backpack. Well, yes, I don't carry a backpack, but yes, I carry something with me, and that is water. Always make sure that you carry water with you. This is a ½ liter of water. It might be just water, or it might be a sport drink or electrolytes, something to keep you going. Now, this you can easily put it in your pockets or in your chest rig or your belt. You will always find a place to put a ½ liter of water when you need it. And with this type of backpack, I can do missions up to half an hour to an hour maybe, but not much more. And this can be going out in the base for something really fast, or being in the field, having to drop my backpack, but still need to take a little bit of water with me for a short amount of time. And besides the water, I also take some snacks in my pockets. It's easy to just put some bars in your pocket, and if you need it, you can have a snack. Next up is the small backpack, and that is actually just a hydration carrier, a bladder, whatever that you kind of call it. It is a bag where you can put your water in. And instead of just having a bottle of water, this can take 2.5 to 3 liters of water, and it will keep you in the field a lot longer than just ½ liter water bottle, of course, because you have more things to go on. With this, you can probably stay in the field about a few hours. And basically any hydration carrier will do for this, because you're not wearing for a real long time. I chose for the Camelbak brand itself because, yeah, it's M81 and it has some nice straps. It has a nice bladder with a nice sucking thingy. That is really important in my opinion, to have a nice sucky thingy to go over in the field. Because if your water is draining and it's leaking, it's gonna be a mess. But Camelbak has amazing stuff. So if you're looking for something amazing, try to look for Camelbak itself. But actually any hydration carrier will do for that short amount of time. The advantage of this Camelbak is that I have pockets on the side where I can put snacks. I can almost put half an MRE or a full MRE in this pack, so I can take a lot of food with me even though it's not a really big pack. Now, another thing that I do with this pack, and then it might be a little bit more bulky than I want it to be, is that you can put this backpack in the larger backpacks, because if you have to go somewhere, you have to drop your pack, then you can take this out and go for the smaller mission. Now, I get a little bit more in detail with the bigger packs on my water compartment and what I do with my water on my bigger packs, but know that this is also an option to be more flexible in the packs that you have. Now, this is perfect for bigger milsims if you have to go out for a few hours, or I can take this to a Sunday game where they have a few breaks and I can refill my water, refill my snacks, and keep going again. And then the third pack that I have, that is probably the most used pack that I have, and that is the fuel hydration carrier from Condor. I'm gonna put it right here. And why do I use this the most? Well, it's the most all-around bag. It has some space, it has a bladder, it's not that bulky, and I can take it basically everywhere, and it fits perfectly on my back. This bag keeps me going between 3 to 10 hours because I can take a lot of water, I can take food, I can put the bottle of water with electrolytes inside this pack, so if I need it I can take it out, do some electrolytes if I need it. Now the volume that you can find online on this type of backpack is 18 liters, and this is perfect for me to go up to 10 hours because then I can take, as I said, water and some food, but I can also take some clothes, extra clothes in this, extra socks, some sweater, even thermal underwear if I need it, and I can put some mission objective items in this backpack. I can also have an extra pair of glasses in the small compartment, but as I said, most of the backpacks I have a video of. This is the case for this backpack. I have a video online where I go over all the features of this small, amazing backpack. And because it has more pockets, it is more organized than any other backpack. You can structurize it a little bit more, and I'm a fan of structurizing my things, so that's also why I love this little backpack. And this backpack has a water bladder included. It's in the back of the backpack, and it's one of the best hoses and sucky things that I ever had, and I just love it. I hope I find a new one if this one gets broken. I carry this backpack on any Sunday games where there are no breaks and I have to carry a lot of food and a lot of drinks with me, and I mostly use it during milsim games, like I said, up to 10 hours, and that is a really long mission time. And you will be amazed how much stuff you can put in an 80-liter backpack. 18, not 80, 18, 1/8-liter backpack. Then the fourth backpack, that is my first backpack that I ever bought, and that is the Helikon Ratel, and you also can't get it anymore because now there is the Helikon Ratel Mark II. This is the Mark I, and I love it. Same as the other one, but this one is a little bit bigger. I love my packs. I put a lot of effort in finding the right pack for the right thing that I want to do, and that's why if I have the backpacks, I'm really happy with them. Also with this one, there's a video online where I go in detail about this backpack because I love this backpack. I was looking for a backpack that I could bring into field for games up to 24 hours or about 20 to 24 hours depending on the weather, and this backpack is perfect. I can put extra stuff on the sides, I can, if I need to, I can put a lot of stuff inside, and there's also the option to get a bladder inside the backpack. But as I told you, I'm carrying the small backpack inside of the big backpack, and if we need to take a rest, I pull out the small backpack, I drop my big pack with all my big gear in it, and we can go on a recon mission for about 3 hours. And I chose this backpack over all the other backpacks because I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I didn't went to Burget before, I didn't do any big games, so I bought something in between. Now this is a little bit big for people that just want to go to Sunday games. If you want to go to Sunday games, I advise you to buy the Condor Fuel Hydration Pack because that is amazing for that. If you want to go to bigger games, then I advise you to go get this one because this one can take a lot of gear. With this one you can put 2 MREs in it, no problem at all. You can put extra water in, you can take hot clothes or weather clothes. My rain pack is always in the front of this backpack. You can take extra small stuff in the compartments to get it structurized. Yeah, just an amazing backpack for games up to 20 hours. And you might have noticed the bigger the pack, the more stuff you can carry. And that is sometimes a problem with people, that if they have a big backpack, they want to bring as much stuff as possible, and that's why it's almost better to take a smaller backpack, because then you have to question yourself, do I really need that 4 pair of pants? Do I really need those 20 MREs that I need to fit in this backpack to share out to all my friends? No, you don't. You need to be really structured on what you bring to the games, because every little pound or kilogram that you bring extra in your backpack is energy that you're wasting to do other stuff. And let's face it, if you're on a big game, you want to save as much energy as possible. I've been always thinking to make a video about what is in my backpack, but that's really difficult to do because that is depending on the mission. But I might do a video about the basics that I carry in the 4 backpacks that I use, well, 3 backpacks that I use. So yeah, I might do that in the future to show you what I carry in my backpacks. Now, what I did with this backpack, I had the bladder included on the back of the backpack, but the problem was when we got into a firefight, this pack was quite heavy and I wanted to drop it, or we were making a fob and a lot of my stuff that I needed to build that fob was in the backpack, and afterwards, yeah, the backpack was just loose stuff, and I hate loose stuff in the backpack. So I wanted to leave the bag in the base and take some water with me. But the problem was that my bladder was attached to the backpack. So I had to dump everything out of the backpack that I don't need and bring the almost empty backpack with me. Or the other option was to bring a small half-liter of water in the backpack and take that out, but half-liter of water, that will only take you half an hour to an hour. So if we need to do a little bit longer missions, I was a little bit stuck with the big pack. So what I do then is I'll take the smaller one, like I said, I put it in the backpack, and then I'm a little bit more flexible. Now this backpack has, according to the internet, 25 liters of volume. Now when I put those two next to each other, they look a lot different. Like this one is a lot bigger than this one. But according to the internet, that's only 7 liters of difference. Maybe 7 liters is, in my opinion, I don't know. It just looks weird. So it's not easy to buy a backpack just by looking at it and looking at the liters of that backpack. Because yeah, it's a lot of difference. That's why I like to go to a store and check out the backpacks, feel them. This one I bought online and I was just lucky that it was the right size that I needed. The other ones I looked first in the store how it looked, and if I liked it, I bought it in that store. And yeah, that's how I try to do it with backpacks, because it's not an easy process. And that brings us to the last backpack, which I don't actually have, and that is the big overall extra large backpack that you can put all your stuff that you need to build your base in your one backpack, and you just carry it with you. You have everything that you need for the whole game on your back, and that's like the Burghaus or whatever that you call it, the Vulcan, or you know the packs that the military is using. I don't have one because I didn't have to do a mission or a milsim that I needed it. I used one for a first Burghat that we did, Burghat 13 I think, but in the end we didn't need it, and the problem was that I only brought that big pack, and then I was a little bit screwed because I didn't bring any smaller packs. Now I think that if I would bring the big Burghaus with me, I would bring also smaller packs inside of the pack like I do with my Helikon Ratel. It would be the same system, just drop the big pack, take a smaller one, hydration carrier on it, and go for shorter recce missions, because your fob is probably closer to the enemy than the missions that you're gonna do are a little bit shorter. And the Vulcan or any big backpack has around 80 to 100 liters of capacity that you can fill it with. So be careful that you don't overfill it with all the heavy stuff. And now you have a list of the backpacks that I use and that I have, and that is a choice for me that I have to choose the backpack for the right mission. And that's really not an easy job to do. That's why I mostly bring most of the backpacks with me to a bigger game, because it can change a lot. If it's raining and suddenly it's warm and you need to put up clothes, or you need to bring clothes for the mission, or it's a mission in between like night and day and the temperature drops a lot and you need to bring hot clothes, then you might need a bigger pack than just if it's a summer day and you just go all day. And because I don't like to have my things really loose in my backpack, I want to bring the right backpack for the right mission or the right environment or the right time. The rest of my gear is really static. It will not change a lot because I need that. I need the clothing, I need my combat gear. That will not change. But my backpack is a thing where I can be very flexible with, and that's why I have the choice out of multiple backpacks. And as I said, this video is a part of my bigger gear video series, and I always want to learn a little bit more about the people that are watching this video. So if you carry a backpack, please let me know in the comments what backpack you are using, and also let me know why you chose that specific backpack. Was it for a mission? Was it for a game? Was it because it fit the outfit? Please let me know in the comments, because that's really interesting to me why people use certain gear. And I hope that I gave you some more information about the gear that I'm using and you might use in the future. And I'll be working on the next gear video very soon, because it was a while since I did a gear video, and I need to do a little bit more videos about the gear that I use, because I have a few things that I have to show you. But that will be for another video. Thank you for watching, and I hope I see you next week for a new video. Bye!